Uh, if there's still no sound, let me know. Because obviously I can't, when in live stream I can't hear my voice back over. So if need be, I might have to start it again. But okay, so you can hear me now. Right, hopefully it's working then. Um, Sorry about that for any of you. For any of you, obviously wanting to watch this to find out what cars are coming. But anyway, I'll go over that again in case obviously and you didn't hear me. Um, so the first clue is high rank at sea holds a group for Jungle Kings. Now I did a bit of searching up and sort of digging around to try and find out what this clue may be referring to. And the first card that I thought of um, when I was looking it up, because I tried to decipher the clue. So high rank at sea. So obviously that refers to obviously the navy, and obviously the highest rank in the navy when I looked it up is admiral of the fleet. But then obviously you got to sort of say lions or cheetahs because they live in a savannah, and savannah's a big open space. So looking at my first clue to start with was a Jaguar I-Pace. Why you asked that? The reason why I went for Jaguar I-Pace to start with. Now I'm not saying that's what it is, but the reason I went for the Jaguar I-Pace was because obviously Jungle King, obviously Panther or a Jaguar, and obviously Jaguar has a Jaguar for the badge. High rank at sea. When I put in Jaguar Admiral into Google Images, a I-Pace turned, a picture of an I-Pace popped up. So I thought, okay, that might make sense. However, doing some other research, looking into it, there's another one that could be popping up. So in regards to the first clue, high rank at sea holds a group for Jungle Kings. From doing some more research, it looks like it's the Di Tommaso Pantera, because Pantera, when you translate to English from Italian, means panther. And obviously the Di Tommaso brand participated in a Group 4 Rally Championship. So for clue one, that's what I think the car is going to be. It's going to be a Di Tommaso Pantera. Second clue is 85 in 96 Hella Yella. So again, looking through that one was actually fairly easy. So if you look it up, Hella Yella, you get a car which is I believe it's a 1996 HSV VS GTSR in Zoo 3 Yella, and that's spelled YELLAH. And the interesting thing about that one is because with that VS GTSR, it was only 85 of them were made. 10 of them went to New Zealand, and obviously 85 in 96. So that is clue number 2. My guess is that it will be the 1996 HSV VS GTSR in the big sort. It's like a pastel yellow color. Look it up on Google Images, you'll find it. And then the final clue is a racing lion with snarling nostrils. Now, this one was kind of difficult, but it kind of narrowed it down by the beginning, because a racing lion, obviously, straight off the bat, you know full well it's a Peugeot, because obviously Peugeot have a lion for their badge, and obviously they compete in many different types of motorsport. Obviously, World Rally Championship, they compete in obviously like Super Light Series, hence where you get like Super 2000. Obviously, they do like a load of different other sort of sports as well. And with this one, it felt like it was aiming towards possibly a rally car version of a Peugeot. However, obviously, we've had a rally spec of a Peugeot, obviously, in regards to the 205. In fact, we've got 2 different versions of the 205. But I feel this one was more of a road-based version of a car rather than a rally spec. I looked through some of the replies to the Torben Tuesday clue on Twitter. A load of people thought that it will be the Peugeot 207 Super 2000. However, if you look on YouTube and then obviously type in for obviously exhaust noises of the cars, obviously in the leaked car list, sorry, obviously you got three Peugeots that are on the leaked car list. Obviously, if you exclude the 205 Rally, you have the 206 RC, 207 RC, and then the 207 Super 2000. But if you listen to the exhaust noises of each of the three cars, they're all completely different. And in regards to snarling nostrils, it's clear from that it's a car that makes a nice snarl. Obviously, when you either come off the throttle or when you go onto the throttle. Super 2000, I'm immediately ruling out because I've listened to the sort of sound of the car. It doesn't snarl. Obviously, it has like a little turbo hiss when you come off the throttle, but it doesn't have that proper snarling presence that you would expect, especially in reference to the Clue. So I even actually brought my wife in to obviously have a sort of comparison of the noises between obviously the 207 RC and the 206 RC, and we've come to the conclusion that in regards to the final Clue, racing line with snarling nostrils is going to be a 2004 Peugeot 206 RC. It was the best car in terms of why we picked that. It's the best car that fits the description of the Clue, and obviously it'll be like the first sort of actual, I guess you could say street. Well, it won't be the first street legal Peugeot, but obviously it'll be the first sort of Peugeot that's effectively, a normal car, effectively, rather than being like an actual sort of track spec or a rally spec. So that's going to be interesting. So just to go through, obviously, for those that may have just recently jumped in, obviously midway through and didn't, obviously wasn't here to start with. So obviously the full tweet is summer is finally here. Well, not everywhere. At least that's what I've read. What is this? And then it goes into the clues. So clue number 1 is high rank at sea, holds a group for Jungle Kings. Number 2 is 85 in 96, Hella Yella. And then number 3 is Racing Lion with snarling nostrils. And these are the cars that I personally myself coming up with, and I'd love to hear what you guys think. So for clue number 1, I think it's going to be the Di Tommaso Pantera. For clue number 2, 85 and 96 Hella Yella. And with snarling nostrils, it's going to be the 20 Peugeot 206 RC. Pretty short Torben Tuesday. Normally you get approximately four cars per sort of clue, but for this, I don't know why it keeps doing that. It may be because obviously where I'm operating on a desk. But yeah, and the only other reason why I've gone for sort of those 3 cars in particular, well, one car isn't on the leaked car list, which is the HSV GTSR. It's not on the leaked car list, but the other 2 do happen to be on there. Just having a look through here, yes. So obviously you got Di Tommaso Panteras on the leaked car list, and if I scroll down, there should. Oh, I've gone too far. Yeah, and then you got 2004 Peugeot 206 RC in the leaked car list. So it definitely looks like we'll get 2 more off the list. Obviously, as I say, in regards to the Pantera and also the 206 RC. The GTSR is obviously one that may be coming in and it's clearly not in the car list, but it'd be interesting to see that because it's one that best fits the clue description. However, when I did first say the Jaguar I-Pace, that is on the leaked car list, but I doubt that that's going to come out now because that was originally my first guess for the first clue, but that doesn't seem to be the case now, especially sort of looking up and doing a bit more research. But yeah, I'd love to see, what cars you guys come up with. Does Mike Get Loud I don't know if it might get louder because it's more of a proper sort of condenser mic. Um, Obviously, if I put it too close to my face, my head keeps hitting the shock mount, or my hat keeps hitting the shock mount. But if I get too close, if I like that, I look like a bloody twat. But yeah, I just have to try and raise my voice a bit more because obviously, if I'm too off that side or too off that side, it won't pick up because you've got to speak directly in front of it. But if I turn it that way, it might work. I don't know. Um, can you go over it again since the sound went off? Right. Well, I'll say this now whilst before I actually go over them again. Can everyone hear me? Obviously, with the exclusion of my wife, who's obviously in the live chat because she's in the room next door, so she can hear me. Not been a problem before. So obviously, one person can hear me, but can anyone else? Especially those that are not in the same room. Right. Okay. Right. So you can hear me. Right. So going over. So in regards to Damien's chat, did you want me to go over the just the clues or the actual cars themselves? They have not been a problem before. I mean, looking like a twat. Yeah. Both. Right. Okay. Right. So the tweet that they put out reads as follows: "Summer is finally here. We're not everywhere. At least that's what I've read. What is this?" And then it goes into the clues. High rank at sea holds a group for Jungle Kings. 85 in 96, Hella Yella. A racing lion with snarling nostrils. So they are the three clues out of the whole tweet. And my guesses to the cars are as follows. So for clue number one, which is high rank at sea, holds a group for Jungle Kings, I believe it's going to be a Di Tommaso Pantera. For clue number two, 85 in 96, Hella Yella, I believe it's going to be a 1996 HSV VS GTSR because there was only 85 of those made. Obviously, look it up on Google Images or Google it. And then, obviously, for the final one, clue number three, racing line with snarling nostrils. I believe that's going to be a 2004 Peugeot 206 RC. So the reason why I think the 204, well, not 204, sorry, the 206 RC is the one. Obviously, I kid you not, go on YouTube, type in 206 RC exhaust sound, compare it with the 207, compare it with the 207 Super 2000, and in terms of snarliness, in terms of how the exhaust sound, in terms of how the exhaust sounds, it's probably the snarliest out of the three. And obviously, in regards to the leaked car list, obviously the 206 RC's on there, Di Tommaso Pantera's on there, but obviously the HSV VS GTSR is not on there. So there might be a nice little surprise one that they bring in. But obviously, in regards to the very first clue, my original guess was the I-Pace, the Jaguar I-Pace, but obviously doing a bit more looking into it and saying holding a group for Jungle Kings, the Di Tommaso Pantera took part in Group 4 Rally. So that looks like the sort of the more now the top contender. But in terms of the HSV, that's actually quite an interesting one because that was sort of a bit out of left field because it's not on the leaked car list. But yeah, if you look it up, HSV GTSR in Zoo 3 Yellow, there was only 85 of them made, 10 of them of which went to New Zealand, but I believe nowadays there's only 4 left remaining in the world. But yeah, I mean, I kid you not, obviously, I'll do a pre-record video later on actually showing the cars on screen because obviously the way I'm doing this live is a little bit on the sort of basics side of things. But obviously, if people want to see pictures of the cars and all that, and then obviously I will do so. So then that way others can see it, and obviously, yeah. So that is pretty much it for this. Obviously, I wasn't planning for this live stream to go on for as long as it did, but obviously with sound issues, which for some reason I don't know why, because this isn't a cheap mic, by the way. But yeah, for some reason I don't know why it keeps playing up. Probably because where I have the desk, I've realised that obviously when I have the desktop open, well, say desktop, when I have the Internet Explorer open, obviously it seems to obviously lag the live stream a bit, and obviously seems to cut the sound out. But obviously I needed that up in order to be able to read what I was doing, or read the tweet out to you guys. But yeah, so that's going to be it. So thank you for watching. If you have, I do apologize for any sound issues that have occurred. Obviously, it's a little bit sort of beyond my control, that, but yeah, I thank you for being patient with me in regards to that. Obviously, take care of yourselves, everyone. Obviously, let me know what you guys think. Obviously, you'll be able to comment down below even after the live stream's finished. I say, do a pre-record video to show the cars up, where I'll do a bit of a voiceover on them, and then obviously once that video drops, obviously you guys can comment on that one as well too. Obviously, let me know what you feel is going to be coming to the game from next week. Yeah, it'll be from next week. Well, for next week on Thursday, anyway. So thank you very much, and we will see you real soon. Take care, and goodbye, everyone.